Good evening, everybody. Strong lead hook and Grizzy here. Back at it again with Path of Exile 2 and Elden Ring, Shadow of the Earth Tree. As you can see, I have moved on from Tier 1 maps to Tier 2 maps. And now we're just gonna farm that tonight. Just keep hammering away at it. I have not yet optimized my character. There's still a few more power-ups that I can do, but I'm trying to last as long as I can without having to spend any sort of resource materials. Grizz, what do you got going on?
I'm still at tier Radon level, and he's Radoning me up. It's getting not fun. I know the moveset, I know how to beat him, and I'm just not getting it done. His second phase, my timing's just off, and it's frustrating. But I know his moveset. There's only one move he does where I really get, where I just have a hard time all the time. Other than that, man, I know his moveset. So anyway, I want to get this done. I really want it on tape too. I do. I want it on tape for you guys. So here we go. All right. And I know his moveset. I shouldn't be. I feel like I should have already beaten, but I'm using Melania's Great Rune. I'll talk more about that in a second when I'm not dead, or when I'm dead. Alright.
Did you grab all your, never mind.
Oh, motherfucker.
I promise you.
Alright, so the second phase, if he doesn't do the move I need him to do, it's pretty much a goner, but I'm still going to give it a shot. I'll talk about that in a minute. Roll.
Of the old order. Let us go together.
Yeah, fuck you. So, this is one of my problems. I'm putting the button inputs and it's just not taking. And it's really bothering me. Because on both of those grabs where he hugged me, I rolled. So it's getting frustrating with that shit. It is. I was gonna say.
Isn't there an item?
Yeah.
There's like an item that negates it, right?
I have it equipped right now, but it doesn't matter because you need to input it in during the fight. And honestly, for me, that's just a waste of time. I'm rolling. I know the move. I know to roll forward or backwards, and I've dodged it so many times. But here today, I can't seem to dodge the fucking thing. And, yeah. Sorry, folks. I didn't mean to cuss like that. That's not true. I did mean to do it. I shouldn't have.
We Path of Exile 2 people, this is just a tier 2 map, not much in the way of progress here. But that's how it is with these ARPGs, you know, you gotta think about it. And that is one of the rights that the community has when it comes to endgame. They say there's not enough. But the game is still in its early access stages.
There we go. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say before. Hang on. This move, my second part of the fight, I really need him to do this move for me to get what I need done. See, I fucking rolled, man.
You, 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
All right, come on. There, see? But I wasn't ready after that. I gotta get closer to the TV.
I've been saying tier 2 maps, but this is actually a tier 1 map. My character is somehow really underpowered.
So is mine. Is this because of that nerf?
Well, that is one of the contributing factors. And players are stepping away from the game, especially with last Epoch coming out with a second season, and people are gonna flock to that one. And you combine that with the gripes that they have with PoE 2. A lot of it has to do with difficulty and the crafting system, and of course the builds they're a little bit underpowered. You know, ARPGs, you're supposed to cater to the power fantasy, which they're definitely not doing.
I'll say it right now because I keep forgetting. On this second phase, I need him to do the move where he goes into the air so I can do my buffs. If I do that right, I'll have time for 4 buffs before I start fighting him again. So. Oh. I promise you, shut the fuck up.
Guided by compassion.
That's too many F-bombs. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Oh, he got me. Trying to help you. No, I'm not okay. I'm still fighting this incessant.
Even though PoE 2 has its issues, I don't want them to change the difficulty. I like the game to be difficult. But that doesn't mean that the game doesn't have its glaring issues. Because if they lower the difficulty of the game, it's gonna be boring. The game already has its issues, and now they will lower the one thing that everybody plays this game for.
There we go. Alright, here we go. You better go in the sky. There we go. Ah. Come on, come on. There we go. All right. I knew it. Come on. Run, 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 run. Fast as you can, fast as you can. Keep running, 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 keep running. Come on, sweetheart. Ah. Yeah, it's recording. Alright. I'm gonna cry. That's a joke. I'm not crying, folks. I'm not that bad. Fuck yeah.
Trying to make your trying to make your wife go into labor early.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. All right. All right, folks. On now you get to see the ending because I don't even know the ending. Let's
World premiere.
do this together. Hang on, that's a memory. Should I get the grace first? I'm gonna get the grace first. I hope I'm not doing that.
I don't remember.
I'm getting the memory first. Fuck it. I can come back to the grace.
Yeah.
All right. I am sorry. I dropped about every F-bomb I could in this game. This video.
I'm going to be a god.
Oh.
This is a boss fight, YouTube. So don't get your knickers in a twist.
Part of the vow.
Not like we do it all the time.
Yeah.
Promise me you'll be my consort.
Oh.
For a while there,
I'll make the world a gentler place.
I don't know if Radon, like, consented to this or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the
Nicholas'
backstory
whole
now.
thing.
I can't tell you guys yet, but I'm gonna get the whole. I wanted to wait to get to lore until I beat the game, so I'll get back to that later. Whew. All right, what is that? Saw that. Oh, that was somebody dying, getting held and hugged. All right, Grace. There's that. I don't care about the runes just yet. I want to go. What does it say? First off, strong foe, therefore let there be joy. Yeah, there's some joy right now. Because I didn't see it happening. It just happened. When it happened, it happened. I was like, once he comes out with the meteor, I'm going to see that like 10 or 12 times before I get it. I got the meteor right away. Run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life. And I got the meteor while looking back at it on video. That's pretty awesome, actually. I was like, once I saw the meteor, I thought to myself, I was like, it's the first time I've been here. That's good. But I didn't think I was going to win at that point. I didn't. It happened. And I did it the way I wanted to, using two different weapons, a weapon for the first phase and a different weapon for the second phase, which you don't see that much.
You had the Knight Rider glaive.
Yep. Which it's got a different name now because I got an Ash of War on it. The name of it right now is Blood Knight Rider Glaive, but that's because I got the Blood Tax Ash of War on there. Then I had the Great Sword, the Colossal Great Sword, but it's the Blood Great Sword because I was doing blood damage on him. And the Prince of Death Staff, every weapon fully leveled. I had the Eccentric Hood altered because I think I look pretty smart with this helmet on. And the Divine Beast Warrior armor. And the gauntlets and the Greaves of Solitude. So my defense, I had the Dragon Great Shield Talisman for physical. I had the Golden Braid for holy damage. Then I had for the second part of the fight, the Rotten Wing insignia for successive attacks. And, excuse me, the Shard of Alexander. Yeah, that was pretty nice. That was pretty nice. These were my consumables. I didn't have to have them, but boy did they help. Oh, okay.
I had a feeling that you would beat him this time around because I saw him. His health was below like half, and you were at full health, and you still had a lot of flasks.
Well, 2 hits, and you're no longer at full health with this guy, so that's the way it goes. So, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me I don't want to leave the arena now. Alright. It is. I wanted to see if anything would pop up. What's over here? Oh. Got Doiler's stuff. I could have used these guys as summons, but I didn't. I wanted to do it no summon. Next time I fight him, I will use a summon for the simple fact of their storyline. Wise Man's Mask. Boy, I would like to have that mask. Unspock's stuff. Did I get his bow? There's a way to get Unspock's bow. I don't got it though. I'm pretty sure that's what I read. Alright, what's going on out here now? Oh, it is blowing to... Do I go to the tree, I think, maybe?
How many more bosses you got left?
None. I did it all.
Oh, Radon was the final guy.
Yeah, and I had already done all the side content. I did it all.
You killed
Yep.
Elden Beast?
Yep. Okay.
I've always finished the DLC before the main story, so I was wondering how that would play out if anything changes.
Let me see here. So I'm not 100% where to go now. I'm just going. I'm not even sure if there is any more story from there. But I feel like there's got to be something. I'm gonna go to a couple spots to see what's up. Yeah, I'm so happy to get that done for you guys, and I didn't wait till the last minute this time. Though that would have been climatic.
That would be.
Well, maybe the Lord said it's time to stop waiting. Let's get it done. Alright, this was blocked before. Right now. I'm really not sure where to go. I'm just going to see a few things and see if maybe I'm not even sure if there is anything else, but find out.
If you already got all the bosses.
Well, I
think
wasn't
that's
sure if
about
there
it.
was like a more of an ending to this final story. All right. Let me go see then. Is there anything over here?
We are gonna do a tier 2 map. I know I said that last time, but we're gonna do that this time.
Now is tier 2 harder than tier 1, or is it the other way around?
2 is harder. It goes all the way to 15.
The thing too is, I don't think there are any characters the way this is. I don't think there are any characters left, NPCs to talk to in the DLC. Well, I guess maybe Saint Trina. We'll go.
I'm trying to think if there was or not.
Once.
Yeah, Saint Trina doesn't die in this game, I don't think. But if you beat Radon and Miquella's dead, pretty much dead, how is Saint Trina still alive? I don't get that, because they're supposed to be the same person, I think.
Oh, I'll have to go get the lore on that. I don't know that. But you're free to talk on that now, because I'm going to be getting the lore now. I'll be listening to the lore for a while to make sure I got it down.
Yeah, I want to say they're the same. They're the same person. Like that's like Miquella's alter ego or something. It was the same. It's supposed to be kind of the same thing with America.
Well,
and Radagon.
Saint Trina's not here. It's showing
Saint Trina. Yeah, because Miquella's dead.
It's showing Saint Trina on the map, but Saint Trina's not actually here.
Probably because Miquella's dead.
That might be the case.
Is they're the same person?
All right, then. Let me go check out that horn scent lady. See if she's got anything. Yeah, that might just be it.
Is that guy that hates you, right?
It's that old lady. If you put on the fiend mask, though, you can talk to her. But he works in tandem with her. The guy you're talking about. All right. Does everybody still want to kill me now that I'm in charge? Okay. Hey, are you around all day?
I forgot if the Tarnish. I don't understand how the DLC plays into whatever ending you had.
What, in the real world?
Yeah, in the base game.
I don't know. I would have to just go check that out, to be honest with you. I'll be able to come back with that. I'm gonna be getting into the DLC, but right now I don't know. I'm gonna be playing one of two games next, folks. I want to play Black Myth Wukong, and I'm going to be playing the Doom game that's coming out, because I'm a fan.
I'd like to continue with Neo 2, finish the DLC.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of 2D Souls-likes that I'd like to try. And, of course, there's,
yeah, I might go ahead and play that Kazan game, that, Kazan, whatever.
Kazan, right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess...
saw a couple of, 2D Souls-likes. I don't know if you've seen them, the Blasphemous series. And there's also, Ender Lilies, I think. But I don't know if you could consider that as a Souls-like. I would say it is. I thought it was.
All right. All the people on this battlefield. Trying to climb up that. What is that? Is that a tree?
As far as ARPG goes, I'm not really. It's just gonna be PoE for me. And a lot of content creators are probably gonna step away from this game because of their gripes with it. But I still like the game regardless. So I'm gonna keep playing it.
No, if you enjoy a game, you should play it. I know there are a lot of games, and I've always been a man of simplicity, man. If I like a game, I like a game. I'm not getting caught up in what everybody else thinks. If now I can
Right.
see why people got upset with some changes they made. And me and my old man were talking about that earlier. It's always he said that's a problem with Diablo too, and it's he's like he doesn't know if he'll go back to that. So
Why? What's going on with Diablo?
he just says something along that lines. That same stuff kind of goes on with it, and well, for me, I wanted to play Diablo 3, but it's online only, and I was like, well, you're not getting my money. And yeah, it's not very good.
Wait,
It's
so
all,
Diablo 4 is
yeah,
got
4.
problems or
Diablo 4, not 3. Diablo 4. Yeah. It's not succeeding as far as like a
no?
game.
I did hear about that too, but the people their complaints about that is the game is too easy
Mm.
and there's too much reward.
Hmm.
But now the PoE people they're saying it's too hard and there's not enough rewards. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
these people are saying, "Oh, this is too easy." Then you got the other people saying, "This is too hard." And then there's also them saying, "Not enough rewards for Path of Exile 2, and too much rewards with Diablo 4." And I always said, especially in my other reviews, there is a middle ground to all of these complaints. I keep hammering the point, nerfing the builds. They didn't need to take it to that extent, right? Like they didn't need to nerf it to that degree. They're trying to
There's a difference
one shot.
there's a difference between nerfing a weapon that's just like overpowered and nerfing a whole damn game.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
they're trying to one shot that problem, right? But in their attempts to one shot the problem, what ended up happening is it created a whole bunch of other problems. So they ended up going back to it to fix the issue anyways. They did not find the sweet spot at all of like a healthy middle ground to solve this issue. They didn't.
this is my son.
But the game has other problems like the crafting system. People are not a fan of it. The drops, the loot drops. People are saying it's not enough. And sometimes the loot that would drop, like you saw there, it's a buckler. What am I gonna do with a buckler? My character doesn't use this.
Well, isn't that the thing with games like that? Like you get drops for other characters that you won't use, but you should like get plenty of drops for yourself as well over time.
Yeah, but the rarity of the items. The problem is that you have to pick up a bunch of stuff to break it down for materials, right? And people they don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to pick up a bunch of shit and then break it down for the materials because not enough materials drop. I don't necessarily see an issue with that because it seems like because it's still an RPG game, you got to do some RPG shit every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like farm, gear and resource materials. The director of the game, the dev, he was saying that you have to use a lower rarity item, and then steadily you progress into getting a higher level item. But it's like if I only use lower rarity items, I'll be getting killed left and right.
Well,
This game doesn't have.
yeah,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, I mean, what he says is theoretically how it's supposed to happen, but it's like you're supposed to progress with the game in a manner in which, like, you're when you get a power up, it should power you up in some sense of the word, whatever that power up may be, whether it's armor, weapon, whatever. So if you're not, and then if it's not doing that at a rate in which the game handles it well, the play style, then yeah, that could be a big issue.
Yeah, like they're applying solutions to non-problems, to things that were never a problem in the first place. No one said that this game is too easy and they needed to make it harder. So them doing this, I don't understand it. The difficulty of the game was fine. They nerfed the builds, players complained, so they nerfed the monsters. Okay, so now you're just back to square one where you were before. I don't know what the numbers are, but that's how the game feels. It just feels like we were back to square one, right? Because you nerfed the powerful builds. Now the game was too hard, everyone hated it. So then they nerfed the monsters and buffed up a little bit of stuff. Okay, so what was the difference between what you done now versus where it was before you did all that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what? Now what? Where are you gonna go from here? You should have just kept it the same. Better yet, just nerf it a little bit. And he's saying that we have to use a lower rarity items. Yeah, in the earlier levels, but I shouldn't have to do that. You're telling me that every 10 levels, when I upgrade my gear, I have to go down in rarity? You know what I mean? Like, is that what you're telling me? I'm level 70 and I gotta go back down to a blue?
Yeah, it does.
Before I hit I gotta go back down to a blue before I hit a gold, a
Well,
yellow.
in Diablo, that's kind of the way it worked, but the lower rarity weapons at that point that like weren't legendary or
The
whatever.
numbers were higher.
Yeah,
The numbers were higher.
They hit harder. They hit harder than this.
My gear, you're telling me from level 60 to 70, the monsters are harder, and I have to use a shittier item just because I'm going from level 50 to 60. What people end up doing is they don't move up on gear. They just leave it as it is, which is what I'm doing. Because I'm not getting shit. I'm not getting anything. It could also be that the drops are fine, but they just don't have the variety. They don't have the versatility. You know what I've always said with a game like this? Start doing consumables. You know what I mean? Do consumables.
Maybe it just depends. I don't know. In what manner? Like, what are you doing with these consumables?
Like, it changes the drops and the difficulty of the monster. Like, you take a consumable, you drink it, your item find gets higher, but the monsters also get higher. But your that only lasts for like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I find more stuff, more powerful items in those 5 minutes, but the monsters also get harder. Something like that. Something like that. I don't know how exactly what it should look like, but consumables, the idea behind it is your risk-reward ratio. You're manipulating your risk-reward ratio. You know, more games harder, more reward. Risk goes up, reward also goes up. But with this game, the risk goes up, the difficulty goes up, the reward gets even lesser. If the devs don't want to make permanent changes to prevent them from going back and forth on the numbers, do consumables. It would more or less manipulate the risk-reward spectrum. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
No, I'm dying. I do. I could see it, but
That's
you don't
just an
want to be
idea.
playing. You don't want to be playing a whole level off consumables, a whole area.
Well, that's why you gotta balance it out, you know?
Yeah.
You don't want to balance it out. I hate that level. I remember that.
Yeah, and these guys, I can't seem to escape them. Come on.
Also, the armor stat sucks in this game. It's just terrible. It is garbage.
Oh, let me get out of here. I'm gonna fucking lose all this shit. I don't even know if what I want's really down there. I'm looking. Do you know? Because I know in the other finger area, there's a place to duplicate my remembrances. Is there one over here?
Let me think.
Yeah.
Oh, there is. It's been a while since I.
No. I don't.
Game.
I was saying yep to myself. I knew I was gonna die.
We are at 45 minutes.
All right. You wanna? Oh, let's just.
Yes, we will do our segment.
Go ahead. I started off. I'm gonna listen and stay alive long enough to get my runes and get out of here. I hope. But yeah, we need to do that.
Okay. I was thinking about something earlier today, and folks, this will be our segment where we talk about the Bible And we are not teachers at all. We are not Bible teachers. We are just Bible consumers. You know, so don't take everything we say with a huge grain of salt. But what we can tell you for sure is that we're not gonna BS you. Okay, we're not gonna bullshit you. These are the things that the Lord has put in our hearts, and we're just wanting to express it to anybody who might be listening. And then of course it's for me to talk to my buddy about things I think about regarding the Bible. In the book of Revelation, there was that part, I don't remember where it is, but it's when John is talking to the 24 elders. He's talking to one elder, but he sees the 24 elders sitting on thrones. The other place in the Bible where you would find the number 24 is when David establishes a priesthood of 24 people, and it rotates. It's a rotation. You know, for like a certain period of time, there's the 24 priests, and then it rotates. You know, different people occupy those 24 priestly spots. You get what I'm saying? Like it's 24 for like 6 years, and then on the 7th year they switch to the other 24. So it like switches.
The people in charge?
Yeah, so you got the 24, right?
Yeah.
David establishes a priesthood of 24 people.
Yeah.
And then it rotates after a certain period of time. New people are put in those 24. That's the other place.
How are the new 24 established?
I think David just picks them out. I'm not familiar with this. I just looked it up. So I didn't memorize like the whole thing. But I know that David like picks them out. If you say that that's what it is, well then, you know, David is a metaphor for Christ. And then of course the church is the 24 elders. And then the Lord picks out the next 24. Which makes sense, you know. And that was my guess already before I looked this up. Because it was like, you're telling me it's going to be the same 24 people for all of eternity? You know, it's just the same people. I figured it would be like a rotating kind of thing. Like it's 24 people at a time, and it switches. And then of course the Lord just picks out who the next guys are going to be. So I thought that was interesting. I don't think it's anything we need to worry about right now, you know.
No, it's definitely.
We got some time.
Yeah, it's
that's just a random thought that I had. Another story in the Bible that I keep on wondering about is the story in Judges. Is it Judges?
What's the story?
Yes, it's in Judges. The one where that concubine, she gets, if you're listening to this and you have sensitive ears, you know, now would be the time to leave.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So the concubine, she gets chopped up into pieces, and the guy, her husband, sends her off to
This is
these
after she's been used for a whole night and abused,
Yep.
and all kinds of horrible things have happened to her. She shows up on the footstep in the morning. Was it her dad's place?
No, it was her husband, and but the guy, the house that they're staying at is just a random dude that took them in. And what was I gonna say? It was just a rant because it was the Sabbath, I think. I think the Sabbath was getting ready to happen, and their days start at night. Since the Sabbath was gonna start at sundown, it was like at 6 p.m., let's say. And the guy and the concubine was just gonna sleep out in the street. The dude comes across him and say, "Hey, come into my house, you know, don't stay out here in the street." But the woman, when she got to the doorstep, she was already dead. Like, the guy did not kill his concubine, right? Like, she was already dead.
Yeah.
When he chopped her up. So, and the people that did this, they are from the tribe of Benjamin, I think. And they are described to be the sons of Belial. And that made me think about these secret societies, these secret organizations, right? Like the Freemasons and the Illuminati and the Deep State, and how throughout the course of human history, there's always been a shadow organization of Luciferians, and they mix in with God's people. You know, that they mix in with God's people. Those men are just like the men in that story with Sodom and Gomorrah. It wasn't that those men were swinging for the other team, right? It's not like those men were playing for the other team. I think the reason why they do it is because they do it because they think this is black magic. You know, when you hear about these secret organizations, these Luciferian secret societies, they believe that sex has some kind of magical power behind it, that it can give them something, which is
I
true.
believe it's true. It is. The Bible pretty much
It
says
is true. But it's dark. It's dark. It's satanic energy.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's satanic energy.
When you go to the Tower of Babylon and stuff, they were trying to call down angels. There was some seduction behind that, because when you go back to the days of Noah, the angels saw the daughters of men and thought that they were fair, took them all wives from which they chose, and that's a very seductive thing and a bad thing.
And they did it. They did it to produce,
the
to
giants,
produce the Nephilim. Yep.
Yeah, old men of renown. Them,
Hercules, you know,
these
Perseus.
Superheroes. Everybody likes Thor. You know, all these superheroes. Everybody's so like in love with and stuff. It's appealing, right? It's appealing. God knows that. The Lord knows that. But this is not good. These are horrible, horrible people.
My theory is that Nimrod was able to figure out how to become a Nephilim. And so, like, he becomes a Nephilim, and that knowledge is passed on, and by the time we get to Judges, you know, there's these cabals of secret societies that they engage in homosexual acts because of black magic. It's not because they're gay. right? Like they're not. It's not like the Bible says that they tried to court the men. You know, it's not like it's one dude that tells the other guy like, "Oh, hey, I really like you. Could we go out to eat?" It wasn't like that at all. No, a
Man does a
group
lot
of
for power.
them,
Like man will do a lot for power. They will.
show up and like bring your guests out, and we are gonna take turns on them and force ourselves on him. You know, it wasn't like they weren't engaging in homosexual behavior because they were genuinely gay. They were doing it for the purposes of black magic.
Yeah.
If they had succeeded, I think things would have been a lot worse for the nation of Israel at the very onset. I mean, yes, things were not ideal. You know, you had Samson, he slipped up, did his thing, and you had later on, you had the Ark of the Lord got taken away. But if those sons of Belial had succeeded, you know, I think things would have been a lot worse for them at that very beginning. But those secret cabals, they exist today.
I think it's something that reminds you of too. You know, so many people take sex and love for granted. Like sex is a sacred thing the Lord gave us. It's a very it's becoming as one of two people. So sexual things have power. They do, and it's supposed to be a blessing to us from the Lord, but it's used against you, and you got to be careful. And
Yeah.
people
Yeah, it's
crave power, and power comes from those things. It really does. No kind of power you truly want. You might think you want it. You don't. You don't.
it's kind of like with people that peddle a false gospel, you know, they are attempting to tap into the residual energy of the scriptures, and they're able to kind of wield that power a little bit over people. But it's not because the Lord sanctions it. It's because they are tapping into like residual energy or residual power that the Word of God inherently has. But make no mistake, the Lord is not blessing these people. If it seems like these people are blessed, they are not blessed by the Lord.
No, the Lord's not of this earth. Real quick, Radon's not the hardest boss I've ever fought. When I just thinking about it, when I got him and I finally had him in the corner, I had him and I knew it. There's a lot of harder bosses. Radon's just hits hard, 2 or 3 hits and you're dead. He doesn't give you much of a chance for a window to hit. He's not the hardest boss I ever fought. He's not. I'm sitting here thinking about it. But have a blessed night, everybody. Stay with the Lord.
Good night, everyone.
Oh, we have 30 seconds.
Oh.
Stay with the Lord. and yeah, a blessing from the Lord ain't what man thinks of as a blessing. You know, we're power hungry, but to be with the Lord is not to be selfish. Everything about power that we know it is a selfish thing. People, God bless.